Today is Monday, June 23rd, and this is your forecast for the central United States. And we got a lot of heat warnings and heat advisories that are in effect for the middle part of the United States, right up through the Northeast. Heat index values for many cities getting above 100, and in some cases, we have that heat indice up there around 110. So this is some dangerous heat. Make sure you're taking it easy and taking lots of breaks, listening to your body. Of course, the hottest times of the day are going to be the afternoon hours, so try not to do your strenuous activity during the hottest part of the day. If you do have to be out and about, try to do that early in the morning. I think even late in the evening, we're going to have some pretty high heat index values to contend with. So we have basically the perfect situation for a widespread area of hot weather. We have this dome of high pressure. You've probably heard the term heat dome out there. So dome of high pressure is like this big bubble where the air is sinking. When air is sinking, it compresses. That compression causes warming and heating, and so we have this big bubble of hot air, and it's also on the back side of it with the circulation clockwise, bringing in some moisture from the south. So you have the combination of heat and humidity. In Detroit, we're going to be into the mid and upper 90s this afternoon, mid 90s in Detroit, or rather Grand Rapids. And then when you factor in the humidity, it's going to feel like it's 105 to maybe 110. 95 today in Chicago. And it's not just the daytime highs, the overnight lows are going to be really warm as well. So you don't cool off at night, and without air conditioning, folks that are vulnerable, like the elderly, those that have pre-existing health conditions, your pets, well, they can really start to feel the effects of heat after several days of this, and that's why there's such a big concern for the eastern half of the country. Upper 90s in the forecast for Cincinnati and Louisville and St. Louis, and again, the heat index value is going to be up there between 105 and 110. In the Midwest, that heat's going to linger through about Wednesday. We see that break a little bit. We may see a little return of the heat, but nothing like what we're seeing today and tomorrow. So in Chicago, you'll feel a little bit better, I think, on Wednesday, but I think we'll feel a lot better by the weekend. Just got to get through these next couple of days. Washington, D.C., 101 this afternoon, 99 in Charlotte. It's funny how that went on to the second line there. We just don't get that kind of heat usually in this part of the country. Yeah, occasionally the heat index is 101, but not the actual air temperature. These are the thermometer readings, what they will say through the afternoon. What it feels like with the humidity is going to be up there, 110 degrees in many of these cities. 94 for Memphis and Dallas, 91 today in New Orleans. Some showers and storms at the edge of this area of high pressure. Some call that sort of the ring of fire. At the edge of high pressure, you usually get some pop-up showers and storms. So tomorrow is going to be another hot day in the southeast. Once again, probably peaking up around 100. Probably going to see the same for Wednesday. We'll start to slowly see that heat easing up a little bit, but I don't think we're going to feel much relief until maybe the weekend. In Fort Lauderdale, it is quite humid. It's not quite as hot, but still, this is your typical Florida weather. Can't rule out an isolated shower or storm in the afternoon as we peak just shy of 90 degrees, and it looks like we'll stay that way for much of the week. Again, the threat for an afternoon shower or thunderstorm, and in some cases, I'd say you're pretty lucky if you get one of those, because that will, at least for a little bit, cool you down by at least a few degrees. All right, that is your Monday morning weather update. Again, just take it slow, listen to your body, drink lots of water, check on the elderly, and don't forget your pets. I'll see you all with another weather update on Wednesday.